Hello, my name is Carolyn from o2bstamping.com. I'm glad you could join me tonight. I wanted to show you this easy card. It is a stand-up card. You can see that. Otherwise known as an easel card. So with this card I used the Artistically Asian stamp set from Stampin' Up! And I'm going to show you how simple this is. So I started with a piece of Dapper Denim cardstock measuring 11 by 4 1/4. It's scored at 5.5, and then you score this piece in half at 2 3/4. So to make that simple, when you put it through your scorer, it's 2 3/4 and 5.5. Okay. All right, and then we are going to need a piece of Bermuda Bay that measures 5 1/4 by 4. A piece of Whisper White that measures 5 by 3 3/4, and this piece is actually run through this embossing folder called Festive. Let me zoom in on this a little bit so you can see that imprint. I think you can see it. There we go. And then we're also going to have another piece of cardstock, black cardstock. This measures 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, and then a piece that measures 3 1/2 by 4 1/4. Okay, we'll start with those. We have a few other pieces as well, but we're going to start with these. So I'm going to take my Tombow glue. Anytime I have any type of texture embossing in my cardstock, I always like to use this particular glue because sometimes the snail doesn't hold good when the paper is not flat. So I like to just use this just to be on the safe side. I'm going to mount it right there. I'm going to bring this piece in. Actually, I'm going to zoom back out again. Get a little close there. Okay, I'm going to bring this piece in. And when you fold this, you're going to fold it like so. Fold it in half again. And then I'm going to add some Tombow adhesive. But I'm not going to come all the way to the edge on this. We're going to keep it about 1/4 inch from the sides. Lay that down. I'm going to put this right over the top, leaving about 1/8 inch on all sides. Now you'll notice I didn't put any adhesive glue on the top part of that card so that it will stand up when we make the other piece that's going to go right here. So actually I'm going to do that now. So I'm going to bring in these, did not pre-measure these pieces, I apologize. So the basic black is 2 3/8 by 1 1/4. The small piece of Whisper White is 2 1/8 by 1 inch. I'm going to bring in the sentiment from the Artistically Asian stamp set that says, "Faith is trusting God even when you don't understand His plan." I'm going to mount that. I'm going to bring in my Dapper Denim ink pad. And then you can use regular adhesive here, but being that I have this handy, I'm just going to use my mono adhesive again and mount that. Okay, then I'm going to bring in these two pieces. This is from the Blooms and Bliss designer series, and it measures 3 3/4 by 1 3/4. This one would be 1 5/8. No, sorry, 1 7/8 by 4. Okay. Now, so that this piece is going to help your easel stand upright, I'm going to take 4 dimensionals, place them on the back of this, and 2 dimensionals, place it on the back of this. Then I'm going to just mount this one right here at the bottom, and I'm going to mount the sentiment in the middle of that. Oop. There we go. Okay, and then as you can see, this, it's kind of hard to show a 3-dimensional piece on a video. Whoops, that didn't stick for some reason, because I didn't press it down hard enough. There we go. Okay, we have it together now. So can you see how this is catching on the designer series paper, because I popped it up with dimensionals, so that's what's keeping it up like that. So I'm going to set that aside. We're going to bring in our Whisper White and our Dapper Denim again, and I'm going to use this stamp from the Artistically Asian stamp set. Ink that up with the Dapper Denim, and I'm going to stamp that right on the center. Okay, then I'm going to bring in this stamp, put that this way, and then I am also going to use 2 markers, the Bermuda Bay and the Pear Pizzazz. Make sure I've got the right ones. Yes, I do. Okay, so first I'm going to take the Pear Pizzazz and I'm going to color with my marker, always using the side of your marker so that you don't fray out the point of your markers. I'm going to color direct, what they call color direct to rubber. Okay, then with my Bermuda Bay, I'm using the paintbrush tip, both of these actually, and I'm going to color this in. Now on this, I forgot, there is a little piece there at the bottom that's part of the bud, and it's colored Pear Pizzazz. Okay, once I get that done, I'm going to huff on it, sort of like if you were cleaning glasses. So I know you can't see me doing that, but hopefully you can hear me doing that. And then I'm just simply going to find a spot off here to the edge and stamp. Okay, then I'm going to repeat that Again, Bermuda Bay for the blooms. Pear Pizzazz for the bottom of the bloom and the stems and leaves. Okay, again, huff on it. The reason we do that is actually if any of the ink dries, and that helps to moisten it again, and it will stamp very nicely. Okay, and I'm just going to take my green marker and I'm just going to pretend some grass along the bottom there. I'm going to bring in one of the sentiments that is written, I am going to assume, in Chinese. I'm not absolutely sure what it says. I'm going to ink that up in Dapper Denim, and I'm going to bring it up into this corner. There we go. I love the Oriental style of stamps. I just think that they're very pretty. Okay, now I'm going to take a piece of ribbon. This measures approximately 17 inches. And actually I'm going to mount this piece first. Okay. One of the things I like about the Tombow glue is if you don't get it right the first time, you do have a little window of time to move it around. I'm then going to take my ribbon and tie it in a bow. Now, one of the tricks, people always ask me, how do you tie your bows? One of the tricks that I'm just going to tell you now is you don't want to pull down tight on the knot of your bow until you kind of have it all kind of straightened out to where you want it. I'm going to pull this a little bit shorter. Okay, and then you can pull it, but you never really want to pull it real tight. The bow looks a lot nicer if that knot is a bit loose. Okay, and then I'm going to trim my ribbon. I'm going to bring in some more dimensionals. I'm going to mount this on the front of my card. Look at that. How easy was that? So simple. And you have your easel card done. Isn't that pretty? Very simple, very pretty, very elegant. So I hope you've enjoyed that tutorial If you have any questions, please leave me a comment. If you enjoyed the tutorial, I hope that you'll give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube page. Also, if you want some more details on this particular card, feel free to go to my blog at www.o2bstampin.com and look there for more inspiration and ideas. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Hope you'll come back again soon.